Hello everyone, this is Chillainous. Welcome back to another Neofly Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 video. Today we are going to be going for our E-qualification so that we can fly, what is it, turbojets, I believe it is. Either way, we can take this in the Cessna Citation CJ4, the Airbus A310-300 or the A320neo. I really like the CJ4 and the A320neo, however the CJ4 is just a little more nimble, a little more light, it's easier to control, so we will be doing our qualification in that. Today we are taking off out of Yankee Hotel Alpha Yankee. We managed to get here on the July 13th live stream, which is also my birthday. If you're still in anywhere that is behind Australia times, it may still be my birthday by the time you are watching this, if you watch it within the first few hours. If not, then it's just the 14th or later. So we are going to do our E-certification here. We will take this one here for $5,470. It has been reserved, so now we need to go to our hangar. We need to apply ourselves Charlie A21 to the CJ4.
First step, start your engines according to the aircraft procedure.
Thank you. Alright, so we are going to get rid of Neofly. This is not going to be a tutorial how to start your plane. However, this plane here, the Asobo version, is very straightforward. If you want to know how to do it, I'm sure you can see me doing it right here. This is not a very legit way of doing it. We're doing no flight plans, no nothing. We're going to rely a good amount on the autopilot. We'll need the pitot heat. We'll wait for this to stop calibrating. Let's have a look at the wind here to decide which way we are taking off. I'm just glad that Sky4Sim seems to be working for me today. There we go. Weather. 2 at 8. Okay, so 2 would be almost the way down the runway that we are. So we might have to go all the way down to the end of 04 here, turn around and then take off. So that's how we're probably going to do things here. We're going to ask for a pushback and disconnect our thing here. We are also going to ask for runway 4 and we will announce a taxi shortly. From here, I'm going to start up the engines while we are getting pushback. We're going to just start them both at the same time. Normally, I'd start them one by one, but I have other things I would like to do, being my birthday. So I'm going to shoehorn that in a lot. So from here, we'll turn around to the right and then we'll travel all the way down that runway there. There is a little turn point at the end, a little bit of excess runway that we can turn onto to rotate around the right way. From there, we will set up, actually, I really should set up my autopilot now. The N2s are sitting at 24.5, 24.6, that's good. And
now that
both
the engine
of
is running,
these,
taxi to the runway.
I'm
Don't
not ready
exceed
yet.
25 knots while taxiing.
I'm not ready yet. From here, we just need to wait for our engines to be somewhere around 55 N2 and we will be good. I believe it's 55. There we go, 53.6 is just about what you want. Let's set some throttle and hopefully we start moving. So we may end up doing more of these videos as we get more and more qualified. A little bit of latency there. Oh, sorry, a little bit of lag. It's video lag on my part. So yeah, we may end up... Oh, I really should have announced a taxi.
Yankee Hotel Alpha Yankee Traffic Cessna Charlie Hotel 821 is taxiing to runway 04.
We're going to keep the pace of about a light jog down the runway. It's a good way to judge roughly how fast you're going. That's a pretty good pace. I'll drop out some of the throttle now. So we may end up doing more of these qualifications. The more you qualify in a license, the more reward you are entitled to. I believe the bonus goes up to 1.5% XP. So if you get 300 XP, you'll end up with 300. What was it? 300? Yeah, then you'll end up with 450 XP. And then also you can make up to 30% more money. So if you make $600,000, you'll make $900,000 instead. It definitely makes it worth it. Leveling up your qualifications. And I have noticed that there are some airports that have planes that I do like for the A class, which is what I have been flying this whole time we've been playing Neofly. Besides this video, obviously. This video here is a bit of a special case. We've been flying the Cessna 152 and the Cessna 172. Both of them are A-class propeller planes. Just realized I'm gaining a little bit of speed still, besides letting off the throttle. So we are going to turn here at the end of the runway. I'm going to then set up my autopilot and then we'll ask for a departure straight out. I believe one of the audio clips in this is bugged as well. I think it says climb to 9,000 feet, but it actually is asking you to climb to 3,000 feet above ground level. Alright. This plane here really swings around too, unlike the Cessna 172, even when piloting it on the ground pretty illegitimately. It doesn't turn very well. This one here is great for turning. From here we will set up the everything. I forgot to set my barometric pressure as well. Let's get that out of the way. So I can see the pressure. It says that we are currently 1013. And I just wasn't paying attention as we did this one here. It is 1025. Four, 5. Cool, so we are now 2 degrees at 9 knots. So that is pretty perfect. We'll set flaps 1. And let's set our altitude to roughly 4,000. I just want to say once again that this is not a tutorial of any magnitude. This is just for your personal entertainment as you watch me fail. Let's set our heading straight forwards as we will be following that, and we want to climb at a vertical speed of 500 feet per minute. That is too much. Actually, this plane can go quite hard. We'll go 1,000 feet a minute. Actually, 1,500. I'll make up my mind one day. From now, we are going to depart straight out.
Yankee Hotel Alpha Yankee Traffic Cessna Charlie Hotel 821 taking off runway 04 departing.
Let's turn on our
Align with the
landing.
runway and take off.
Turn on our strobe and landing. I have these controls here on my stream deck. So that is what I am using to turn on my lights. From here we are going to release the parking brake and go full throttle. Shortly after taking off we will want to reduce the throttle. This plane has too much throttle, honestly. It's crazy for a small jet. I believe it's just a 7-seater. Pull up gently on the nose.
Now climb to 9,000 feet AGL. Maintain the same heading.
Alright, with that, let's turn on the autopilot and let's pull back the throttle. As I said, you will want to pull back on it. You will overspeed very easily in this plane. I'm going to bring up my flight log here because it tells me exactly. If you see here, it said 9,000 AGL, but right here on this takeoff, it says climb to 3,000 feet AGL, which is above ground level. So I don't understand why I'm losing too much speed now, so I have to give it a little more. So we were at 3,000 feet, 300 feet. Once we get up to, actually I really should turn on the yaw damper as well. And we want to set it to heading, not roll. Hope all of my information here that I have about hay is good. There are ways to come into hay using autopilot. I'm just not too familiar with how to use this autopilot. I've been learning the G1000 recently, finding its autopilot and how to set up for glide slopes, etc. And it's been going well, but I still need to learn a lot about the CJ4 interface. As we are climbing 27... Oh, I forgot to also pull the gear up. It's something that I will forget quite a bit in this plane. That will also mean that we will gain some extra speed. So we're currently facing 2.9.
Remember to watch your bank angle.
Right, let's hit altitude hold mode. That will keep us at the same altitude. I'm going to wait until we even out before I start even attempting the U-turn that it has asked, and I'm going to reduce our speed. Perfect. Okay, we are now going to use the heading to turn 180 degrees to 210 or 220. As we are coming up to our 180 degree marker.
Now climb to 9,000 feet AGL. Maintain the same heading.
Okay, so we are at 3,300, so we want to be climbing to roughly 1,200 feet AGL. 12,000 feet AGL. Actually, maybe not, maybe 10,000. Get the vertical speed going once more. At 1,500, and let's get on the throttle again. Really nice views out here. Once you start to learn how this plane functions, it is a great plane to fly. Even if you use the high altitude or low altitude IFRs in the main menu. It's really smooth. Yeah, there's the runway. One tarmac, one dirt. Anyway, I'd like to get a CJ4 eventually one day. You can rent one for, I think it was $1 million. Now we're getting pretty close to becoming first captain in Neofly. You can get a $500,000 loan at that point there. So from there, we'll probably end up giving back the Cessna 172 that we have been renting. And we'll go buy our own. Like an actual Cessna 172, one that we can paint in whatever way we would like. I vote for bright pink. I kid. But I'm not the biggest fan of the Kenmore livery, but I don't think I can actually paint it. And it'll be interesting to see if we get a deposit back as well. Or if you are... if it's more
now,
like
fly a complete circle and maintain the exact same altitude.
Sure, let's turn on altitude hold mode. Flying at 9,500 feet, we will wait until that has calmed down. And from here, this time we are going to take a left turn. 360 degrees to heading 210 once more. This one here does require patience. And this is one reason why I like flying the CJ4 over the Airbus. I tried this on another profile with the Airbus and failed instantly at this point. I can't tell you exactly why, I don't know myself, but it happened and I rage quit the profile. I ended up deleting it and just kept on with this one here. But I just wanted to see what the general what this general qualification was like. Sorry, the word was escaping me very evidently. Just 100 more degrees before we can stop turning this knob. And some people may say this is cheating. I say if you've got the tools to do it and you've got the knowledge, use that knowledge, because being out on the open airways, if they expect you to fly a plane manual the whole time unless the systems have failed, I say that's kind of a dumb idea. And there is heading 210 as we have roughly, what is that, 120 degrees ish to turn. From here, we can just get a good look at the plane.
Now go back to the departure airport. Align with the runway and do a touch and go. A landing vertical speed of more than -400 feet per minute will not allow you to pass the qualification.
Okay. We are now going to drop to 3,000 feet. Should be fine. And we will FLC that. Take out some of the throttle. There we go. We are now going to drop like dead weight. Just for a moment. And this is one reason why I do like FLC quite a lot. If you want to go a little slower, just set the speed a little slower. The plane will then nose up a little bit until it reaches said speed and then even out again. So we are descending 2,000 feet. While we are descending, I'm going to see if I can get a flight plan sorted for our closest excuse the overspeed. As we set for our closest airfield, that'll be Hay at runway 22. I would much prefer runway 4. It appears we are not getting it. Okay. And it does look like I have latched onto a glide slope, which is even better. I wasn't expecting that. But we are... how far away are we? 4 minutes at this point. Plenty of time to get down to 3,000 feet. As we come up to... Ooh, I need to set nav. Turn off heading. Nav, please. I might have to hit direct to RX-22 again. Okay, it looks like we may not actually catch a glide slope here. So I'm going to disconnect the autopilot. I'm going to start slowing down and we are going to come in manually. I want to set the trim. Oh, the autopilot is still on. There we go. As we come down, I'm still not slow enough to use flaps 15 either. If we keep going, we're going to blast right over. Go flaps 15. Beautiful. Now we'll start making a descent. We never caught onto a glide slope, so could have been because I was too high. Open our gear. We will tune. Hey, 04 for a touch and go landing. I'm going to say that we are on final.
Yankee Hotel Alpha Yankee Traffic Cessna Charlie Hotel 821 is on final runway 04 touch and go left traffic.
Gear is down, 3 green lights. Man, this is just beautiful. Flaps 35. We're a little bit off the center line here. I don't have a reference point in this plane to point for the center line.
500.
Alright, here we go. That was 120 feet. And off we go again.
Well done. You can now fly a traffic pattern and do your final landing.
Thank you. That will set the altitude to 1,000.
Altitude.
Autopilot on heading. We will now turn 180 degrees. I'll tell you what, that turned out pretty well.
Altitude.
Oops, that was my own fault there.
Altitude. Altitude.
We are actually flying much too low for what would be good. Set our heading so that it is exactly against the purple line. Perfect. So that's actually, we're flying very perpendicular with the runway here. That's good. Alright, let's slow down a little. We don't want to go too fast. And indeed we are going too fast. I want to keep my speed below the flaps 15 mark. We are coming over the top of that field now, so we'll go direct to execute. That should give us a left base turn. There's the airfield right there. Oh my, we are quite off track. I'm going to have to take off the autopilot now. This is going to be very sketchy. Okay, airfield is in sight. Let's start dropping some speed. Turn on the flaps and release the landing gear. I now no longer have eyes on the airfield. Oh, it's right in front of us. Never mind, I do have eyes on it. Unfortunately, Direct 2 doesn't give you the approach. Where's my pitch trim? Actually, wait, no, we can do flaps 35 and then give it a little more throttle. Not saying that this is how you should be flying it. Need the airfield in our view at all times at this point. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And don't forget to say chill, you're going to fail on this final.
Yankee Hotel Alpha Yankee Traffic Cessna Charlie Hotel 821 is on final runway 04 to land.
Alright, we need to drop off a lot of speed here. I'm dead throttle at the moment. We're a little bit left of the center line. Let's try and fix that up. We've got pretty much no... Oh my, I shouldn't have made the adjustment.
Well
Alright, let's
done.
get back on the center line.
Now taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Well, we did it. We landed at 139 feet that time. Slow down. Beautiful. Now doing about the speed of a sensible jog. I'm a bit sad that we didn't get to capture the glide slope any of those times. However, I am very happy to say that we have walked away with our E-qualification.
Yankee Hotel Alpha
Where does it
Yankee
want us to
Traffic Cessna
park?
Charlie Hotel 821
Just
is
up
clear of
ahead.
the runway.
I swear the Cessna CJ4 can spin on a dime. It's beautiful. Here we go. Perfect. We now just have to hit a few things here to stop the engine.
Congratulations. You passed your qualification. Have a nice
Thank you.
day.
We walk away with an E-qualification. Oh my lord, this is amazing. Okay, let's go over the whole thing here in Neofly. For some reason, Neofly isn't showing. There we go. So, climb to 3,000 feet AGL, do a U-turn, climb to 9,000 feet, and then do a complete circle, touch and go. Our first landing was 120 feet per minute, which is 2 stars, I believe anywhere between 250 knots, feet. So between 200 feet and 50 feet is 2 stars. So we did pretty okay. Anything below 50 feet is 3 stars, obviously. Our landing speed the second time was a pretty similar speed, only 9 knots in it, and a little bit rougher, but still what is considered smooth. And we got our qualification passed. If we go to the qualifications, we are now a 2-star E-pilot. And I guess the best way to get our qualification up on that is to get the touch and go landing just a little smoother. But I do want to say thank you so much for watching this with me. It has been so much fun getting our qualification for the E license. We'll have to do one for A at some stage, but at this point here, I'm not too worried about it. I'm happy that we got the E. We can now take E jobs when we get any of the planes, when we get the money. And really, I just enjoy flying these sorts of planes, the CJ4 and the A320. I think I've mentioned that already. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and say, good job, Chill. If you want. If not, you can say that that was awful and tell me everything I did wrong. But be sure to stick around for more content. There's a bunch of Neofly videos, how we got to here, including live streams and videos. If you want to check them out, they're all on the channel. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you again next time. Until then, ciao.